Alright, welcome back everyone. Hey, this is another day on the Ferrari 360 Challenge car. So we're going to continue on wrapping the other side, the passenger side exhaust manifold today. I went and got some more material. So like I said, we're using this titanium wrap. I've had some questions. People are like, hey, aren't you supposed to soak that or get that wet? Not the titanium. If you're using the fiberglass, possibly. I didn't read the instructions. But if you got any questions, it doesn't say anything in here about pre-wetting the wrap. Now, I did pull up some other sources and says the titanium wrap you're not supposed to. With the carbon, or not carbon fiber, but the fiberglass you are. So for anyone out there just tell me I need to wet this, pre-wet it, it says it actually hinders the installation on the titanium. So but you can do whichever you want. I mean, if you want to wet it, go for it. But the instructions on here don't say to, and other sources that I've read say not to on the titanium. So anyway, like I said, we went and purchased some more today. I've got a little bit left from the other day. We'll use that up first. And then we're going to go ahead and, like I said, get this thing up in the air and then start wrapping this right-hand side. As you can see, this side's going to be a little more of a challenge. I don't have as much access because of the alternator. I don't really want to remove the alternator, but we'll see what happens. Like I said, I probably should have pre-wrapped this. But with the pipes moving on this one here, I didn't want to wrap it and then mess it up. And then, but hey, I probably should have taken my chances because this is a pain in the butt. But anyway, that's what we're going to do. Like I said, I've got the new stuff over here. Right here. This is, like I said, the titanium, same as before. Here's your fasteners. The tie, like it's like a tie wrap, or they're ties, but they're stainless. I'm going to use, like when I put this temporary in, I used regular tie wraps. It's easier. I can manipulate it if I need to. I can cut them off. Where the stainless steel, once they're on, they're on. So I like using the plastic tie wraps first. Just don't forget to take them off because they will melt and make a mess. So anyway, and then I've got a couple other parts here. I've got a washer and some nuts that go on the back here that hold down this deck lid. They were missing. So I'm going to go ahead and install this too. So basically they go under here. So a washer and one of those nuts will tie this on, and then that's where your lid fastens on here, the deck lid. So they push through here. So this needs to be refastened. So I'm going to install that, and like I said, wrap this exhaust, and hopefully I get this completed, and then we can do other things. I've got coolant yet to do. Transaxle fluid yet to do, and then he wants to bleed and service the F1 fluid also. So we got those three things yet to do other than the exhaust wrap. So hopefully we'll have this finished up by I don't know, 1 or 2 days. I'm hoping to have everything wrapped up and this thing out of here because I got another project that's coming in, possibly a 355 that has F1 leak. So I need to get this out of the way and finished up. But I want to put this down. I'm not going to show you wrapping the thing because it's just too tedious, and it just takes. I'm not going to like put the camera up in there. I mean, I can set it, but it would be like you watching like paint dry. So anyway, I'm going to go ahead and get this started and proceed on. The first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to install this hardware here. Like I said, I'm going to somehow have to put this in here. I'll have to probably reach up from underneath and get this installed. I didn't adjust these, so hopefully these are still adjusted correctly. Like I said, when I received the car, it fell out of here. So we're going to take care of this for the customer and so he won't have any issues with it. All right, so we've got our nut and washer installed now. So that should secure the rear deck lid, hopefully. I really didn't adjust these nuts too much, so hopefully they were adjusted correctly. I mean, it's not that big of a deal to adjust, but we're going to set it right there for now, and hopefully it'll be good. So like I said, now we're going to go ahead and proceed on to wrapping this right side header. All right, so we've got our new roll. We've got a roll out here. Like I said, for the chart that's given with the wrap, 2-inch or 2.5 inch is going to be about 95 inches, I figured. And that's what it's been figuring out. I mean, it's been close, give or take. Depends on how you wrap, how close you wrap it together. You're supposed to have a little bit of an overlap. Some of the bends you have a little bit more than a little bit less. So 95 has been working out pretty good for me. So that's where I'm going to cut it, right at the 95 inches right here, and install that section there. All right, you can see I've got my tie wrap right there holding the end, and then I'm going to kind of tug on it while I wrap it. Try to keep it tight all the way around. And like I said, you want a little bit of an overlap, you know. I'd have to see what they actually say. I think it's like a 1/4 inch or so overlap. So it's a 1/4 inch recommended overlap. Like I said, the bends in that, it's going to vary. But ideally, you want a 1/4 inch overlap. And like I said, try to maintain that, give or take a little bit. Like I said, it's always not going to work out in that ideal conditions or ideal measurement there. But do the best you can. Just don't bunch it up all in one area. And try not to leave too many gaps. I know there's some areas where you're going to have gaps because you just can't avoid them. Either the pipes are too close where you can't wrap it or whatever. Now, if I would have had this thing apart and wrapped the pipes individually, I probably could have wrapped them all. But then again, I may have had the issue where I've not been able to get these all lined up correctly. So I don't know how that would have worked out. But anyway, this is the way I'm doing it, and I'm going to proceed on. All right, we've finished wrapping the passenger side. As you can see there, not looking too bad for being done in the car. So we're going to lower it down and see what it looks like from the top. So we've got our all our tie wraps off. We put our metal ties on. So those are all in place. So like I said, I'm going to see what the top side looks like. I think at this point also we'll be able to reinstall this forward wheel well liner also at this time. We've got the car lowered now. You can see top doesn't look too bad either. So I'm satisfied with that. So we're going to go ahead and, like I said, the wrap is complete now on both sides. And then we're going to go ahead and, like I said, we reinstall this inner fender well on the passenger side right now. And I don't think we need in there for any other reason. So we've got our the forward inner wheel well in the back. It's all secure now. Like I said, I don't think we need in here anymore. So all we have to do now is the reservoir on the top here needs to be secured. There's a couple nuts there that I've got to put on yet. And then that'll complete that until we put the rear bumper on, which that'll be later on. All right, so we've got our 2 nuts on now, right here. We just installed for this reservoir, and that'll complete the inner fender well installation on this, and that will complete the installation of the exhaust manifold wrap, titanium exhaust manifold wrap on both sides. So like I said, now that we have that complete, we can move forward and continue to do the coolant, the F1, and the transaxle fluid. So we're getting close. And please stay tuned. Check out our next couple videos, which will be coming in the next few days. Hopefully we'll have this wrapped up in the next few days. Thanks a lot.